Welcome back to Breadcrumbs for Life. This is Frances, where simple steps bring real results, and I'm so glad you're here. We're going to talk a little bit about time out. Do you remember either putting your kids in time out, or maybe you were put in time out as a child? It felt like agony. I know when I put my son in time out, he was miserable and made everybody else miserable by just being so annoying, saying, why do I have to be here? This is so unfair, and just going on and on and on. And he would just go on so much that you just had to say, okay, you're out. You're out of timeout. Because he was just tired of sitting still with nothing to do, staring at the wall, just being in complete agony. Timeout was hard and still is hard on children. But what about now? Have you ever wished somebody would tap you on the shoulder and say, okay, time out? I'm sure you do, because we are on all the time. We always have something going on in our lives. We're always busy, but we weren't meant to be on all the time. We cannot be on all the time for everyone or everything, but we often act like we should be. We answer the calls, we reply to the texts, we say yes to one more thing, even when we're running on fumes. Before we know it, we've traded peace for pressure. And what I've learned is this. We don't always need more time. We need more room. We need room to breathe, to be in time out. We need room to think. We need room to rest before we run on empty. So we need to have boundaries to create that room. Boundaries are not selfish, they're wise. They say, this matters to me, so I'm going to protect it. You've got to take care of yourself and have some time out so that you can do what you need to do, but you can't do everything, and you're not supposed to. So boundaries are not walls, they're stops. They're ways that you can just take some time out of your daily routine or your weekly routine to get some rest. And you get to build them kindly and clearly and in a way that honors what you value the most. So here's what I want you to do this week. Pay attention to where you feel stretched thin. Even just thinking about it can reveal some tension in your mind or in your body. Ask yourself what's taking more time from you that you have to give right now. And what is one small action step, one breadcrumb that you can do this week? Maybe it's saying no, blocking time on your calendar, or simply choosing not to explain yourself when you need rest. And here's a question to think about. What's one boundary I could set this week that would restore just a little more of my peace? And even today, what is a boundary you can set today so you can have 30 minutes of rest or an hour of rest? I want to leave you with this one thought. Time out is not punishment. It is permission. Permission to pause, permission to breathe, permission to trust that your value doesn't come from how much you do, but from who you are. So you deserve some time out. Take it today. Take it this week. Schedule it every day. Not because you're in trouble, but because you're finally wise enough to know that you need it. Thanks for listening. I'll talk to you next time. Be sure to make a difference by leaving a breadcrumb. This is Frances.